Hey, thanks for taking your time to join this premiere. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit the like on this premiere, and share this video with everybody you know if you think it's share worthy. Also, if you want to support this channel, you don't have to, but if you want to and you don't want to do it through a super chat where they take 40%, the support links are in the description below this video. And it's also on the sidebar in the chat room. Hey, I appreciate you joining me on this video. Very important. There's a lot of people out there who believe that they can be ignorant and free. And like Jefferson said, if you desire to be ignorant and free, you desire what never was and what never shall be. The purpose of my channel is education. Like I've also talked about a lot, knowledge is power. And if you don't have the knowledge, you don't have the power. If you don't realize you have rights, in a very real sense, you don't have them because you can't exercise them. And if you don't exercise your rights, what good are they? They're like a muscle. They're going to atrophy. They're going to go away. People are going to run all over you. They're going to take advantage of your ignorance, and don't think that they won't. We see in video after video that badged law enforcers believe that they have more rights than the rest of us because they have a uniform, because they have a badge, because they have the perceived authority of the state. Remember, authority is a fiction. The state, the government, is that great fiction by which everyone seeks to live at the expense of everyone else. So this channel, just like on other channels, people want to put out the knowledge so that they can cut through the ignorance cloud so that people can see clearly what's going on. They don't have to be ignorant. They can stand for the rights, and we can push back the tides of tyranny. Because I'm telling you, that is the only way we are going to apprehend freedom. That's the only way we're going to push back these tyrants, is by holding them accountable. And one of the greatest weapons we have is the device that I have in my hand. It's the camera. It doesn't matter if the stop pertains to you or not. If you have the time, if you can make the time, more importantly, help somebody out and record them. They might not appreciate it at the time, but if they start getting abused by the cops, your video recording is going to be gold to them. It could be the difference between them going to jail for 10 or 20 years or being acquitted. Because remember, and that's not hyperbole, remember, this video device that we have, this video camera that each and every one of us has with a crazy amount of storage, that is your portable courtroom. It's your portable jury. It's your portable judge. It's what you're going to want that jury to see in order to get you or somebody else that you love, or maybe even a stranger, acquitted. And just think about, do to others what you would want done to you. Conversely, don't do to others what you wouldn't want done to you. If you were getting abused by the cops and all you had to prove that you got abused was video camera evidence, then wouldn't you want somebody that you don't know, even if you are enshrined and embroiled and submerged in ignorance? You may resist it right now, but you're not going to resist it if an injustice is done to you and you know somebody's got video camera footage of this. That literally has saved people's lives. It has kept them out of prison. It has caused settlements to occur so that, you don't have to pay all these lawyers' fees. So one of the things that I just did today in this channel is I created a playlist called So Many Bad Cops. I included the first installment, which is a video that I uploaded today. Something really bad is happening with law enforcement. Check it out. And what I need from you guys is, and my goal here is to show example after example in a very succinct fashion in an 8 to 12 minute video, example after example of cops abusing their authority, trampling the Constitution, disobeying and dishonoring their oath, putting people in prison that don't need to be put in prison, planting drugs on innocent people so that they can go through the injustice system, and all sorts of crazy ways that cops formulate and concoct and fabricate to get us into trouble. You are a key component in this new playlist. If you can do me a favor, because none of us is greater than all of us, pick out some notable police interactions where they're foisting tyranny on the rest of us, and all I need from you is the name of the victim, the name of the police officer or officers if you can get it, and the department that they work for, and I'll do the rest. I'll put the video together. My goal, again, is to make succinct videos to show people that cops aren't the good people that a lot of people think they are. It's truly psychopathy. You've got to be a real sociopath / psychopath to treat people the way they treat people, to treat pets, to treat animals the way they treat animals. They will shoot your dog without even thinking about it. They will economically terrorize you and won't lose one moment of sleep. That's the danger that we're talking about right here on American soil, the land of the free, home of the brave. I'm telling you, you've got no freedom at a traffic stop. But Brian, we got the Constitution, we got the First Amendment, we got the Second Amendment. Try driving through New Jersey or New York or California with a loaded firearm at your side and tell me you've got freedom, and get pulled over, and a cop sees that and he's going to freak out. He's going to put his hand on his gun, and he's going to draw on you, and pretty soon you're looking down the barrel of a government issue gun, and you might as well kiss your life goodbye because people have been shot and killed for less than that. You think you got freedom? Wait till you're at a traffic stop and you know you didn't do anything wrong. You know your tail light, your tag light is illuminated properly. You know your brake lights work. You know you didn't exceed the speed limit. You know you turn your turn signal on at the time you were supposed to turn it on, and you know that cop is on a fishing expedition. What do you think's going to happen to you? Even though you know that you know. You don't believe, you don't think, you don't feel, you know you're innocent. What do you think's going to happen to you if you drive off? Hey man, I got the right to travel. This is the land of the free, home of the brave. Test it. Find out what happens. You know what happens. They will hunt you down. They will put the helicopters in the air. They will get the dogs on the ground. They will deploy all the resources of the state. They'll deploy horses, drones, whatever it takes to get you, bring you to bear. Just a couple days ago, those 2 Las Vegas troopers lost their lives on the side of Interstate 15 at 3:23 a.m. By 8 a.m., not even 5 hours later, what was that? A little over 4.5 hours later, they already had the suspect apprehended. And yet they can't do that when it comes to somebody raping you or murdering you or holding you at gunpoint or all this pedo crap going on. They can't bring pedos to justice. It has to fall on YouTubers who have these predator poacher channels. They can apprehend a suspect who killed 2 state troopers on the side of a freeway in less than 4.5 hours. But you've got cases pending, cold cases from 10, 20, 30 years ago. Real serious crimes here. Yeah, when it comes to the boys in blue, they will take care of their own. They will watch their own backs. They don't care about you. They've shown by their actions that they don't care about you. And here's my rationale for saying ACAB, A-C-A-B. Here's my rationale for people asking the question, how cops are bad? How can you say that? There's a lot of good cops out there. Nobody's disputing that the boys in blue, that the clowns who wear these costumes and these badges and these utility belts have the ability to do good. We see that they can do good. That's not the issue. Even the SS Nazi troopers in World War II's Germany from the 1930s, we know that they had the ability to do good at times, even while they were wearing their brown shirt uniform. That's not what we're saying here. When people say all cops are bad, it is the culture. It is the profession. These people who wear these clown suits voluntarily swore that they will protect, defend, and uphold the Constitution of the United States, which means your rights, and they don't. They're hypocrites. They don't do that. They violate their oath. But there's a second part to that oath. They say they're going to uphold the Constitution of the United States and ... all the laws of said state. Well, if you are enforcing all the laws, and if it's true, you know, you check me on this. If it's true that most laws are unfair, unjust, cruel, and downright evil, then those men who have flesh and blood, just like we do, swore and signed on the dotted line voluntarily that they would uphold and enforce that which is unjust, unfair, cruel, and evil. So I would ask, if that is your profession, to uphold and enforce, because government is not eloquence, it's not reason, it is force, and like fire, it's a dangerous servant and a fearful master. If their job, if their profession, if their paycheck comes from doing that which is unfair, unjust, cruel, and evil, how can any of them ever be good? That is a question. So you got to follow the logic trail. It's not just a hollow claim cops are bad. If you follow the logic trail and you find out what the profession is all about and the promises that they made and the oath that they took, it comes back to one thing, only one conclusion. Let me just ask you, would you voluntarily do that which is unfair, unjust, cruel, and evil to your neighbor? If you would, you're a bad person. And if you would do it for money in the name of some profession so that you can put food on your family's table, then that is a bad profession. There's nothing good in it. It's all evil, and everybody who's a part of it is evil. It doesn't mean that they won't do good at times. That's part of the deception. But my goal in making this channel and this particular new playlist is to wipe the ignorant veil from everybody's eyes, because there are a whole lot of bootlickers, people who will kowtow to tyranny and tyrants and shine their shoes and wipe off the polish and lick at it again and start munching on leather. And what they are doing is they are upholding the very people who swore to do that which is unfair, unjust, cruel, and evil. And we got to stop it. And the only way to make this world a better place is to remove some blinders from some eyes. And that's what these videos are about. That's what all the auditors are out there doing. And guys, I appreciate you joining this channel. I appreciate you subscribing. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. It helps a lot. Hit the bell notification icon. Catch up on some of the popular videos on this channel. Do some binge watching. It really helps to promote the channel, so that I can create more content like this and highlight other channels who also need the spotlight on them, because they need to be thriving in this atmosphere of tyranny that we find ourselves in. I want this to be the land of the free, home of the brave. I don't want my children to grow up in the land of tyranny, pretending like they're free when they actually aren't. You know, nobody is more hopelessly enslaved than those who falsely believe that they're free. It's time to stop believing we're free when we're not, so that we can actually carve out real freedom for ourselves. I appreciate you joining. The price of freedom is now and will always be eternal vigilance. And indifference to this notion is the means by which the people have and will secure their own oppression. Let's stop our oppression, and let's start today. I will see you in the next video. Check out the new playlist.